gray robe, standing in my kitchen like she belonged there. And somehow, that was the thing that made my hands go cold.
Not seeing my husband behind her, not hearing her laugh in my house. The robe. She looked at me, tilted her head, and said,
"You lost."
I could hear the refrigerator humming, that low, stupid hum it always made when the house got quiet. And I remember thinking, all at once and very clearly, you can have him.
Here is the part nobody says out loud about women like that. They always think they are winning something. They never stop to ask why a man worth having was available to be taken in the first place. That question took her 6 months to understand. It took me one afternoon. My name is Tasha.
32 years old, Dallas born and raised. I work in commercial leasing.
Have for 7 years. I am the kind of person who does not raise her voice. Not because I am weak, because I learned early that quiet makes people show you exactly who they are. That is how I loved Derek. That is also how I left him.
Derek and I were together for 6 years, married for 4. Everyone said we were the solid couple, the ones who had it figured out. We met at a rooftop bar in Deep Ellum in the summer of 2018. He walked over and looked at my drink. "What is that?" he said. I told him. He disappeared, came back 3 minutes later, holding the exact same thing. "That is embarrassing," I said. He smiled. It worked though. That was Derek back then. Easy, warm, intentional in a way that did not feel performed. We got married in October 2020. Small venue outside Fort Worth, 30 people, string lights. His mom cried through the whole ceremony with a folded napkin pressed to her face. 6 months in, we got Scout, a golden mix with huge paws and zero respect for personal space. Derek picked him out.
"Every home needs something that is purely happy," he said. I thought that was the most beautiful thing he had ever said.
The first 3 years were real. Every Saturday, coffee on Henderson Avenue, farmer's market on Commerce, then home with too much produce and one thing we did not need. Scout weaving between our legs the whole time like he was personally responsible for keeping us together.
I did not know it then, but that was the last year those Saturdays were real.
Derek started a new job in early 2022. New company, bigger team, longer hours. That was when Megan's name started showing up. At first it was casual, just a coworker, just a name in passing. One evening I looked up from the couch.
"You mention her a lot. We are on the same team, Tash. That is all."
I said okay. I let that be enough. Then one morning I picked up his phone to check the time and it asked for a passcode. Derek had never locked his screen, not once in 6 years. "Since when?" I said. He was pouring coffee.
"IT security, new company policy."
On your personal phone?
That is what they said.
I put it down. I told my instincts to be quiet. Scout was stretched out.
By the island, watching me with his head on his paws. He looked like he already knew something I did not. Then the gym started, every Sunday morning like religion.
Derek had not cared about a gym the entire time I had known him. I noticed.
I said nothing. Then the team dinners ran later, and he started coming home with that too clean smell. Not sweat, not work, something covered. There was one Thursday in February, 12:40 a.m. Derek came in, saw me sitting at the kitchen table, stopped for half a second.
That half second told me more than anything he said after. "Long night?"
I asked. "Brutal," he said. "Quarter end stuff." Then he walked straight past me and turned the shower on. I sat there listening to water hit tile at 1:00 a.m. and felt everything inside me
Go completely still. Not dramatic, not panicked. Still. Because I knew. I already knew. And then I did what too many of us do when the truth would cost too much that night. I put the food in the fridge, and I chose the version of the story that let me sleep. That was the last month I chose that version. It was a Saturday in October, just after noon.
"I have to run into the office. Quarterly close. Won't take long."
I decided to bring him lunch. Turkey chili, his favorite. Something he had asked me to make the night before like we were still living inside a normal marriage. I packed it in a blue container and drove downtown. The woman at the security desk looked up his name, frowned slightly, then looked back at me. "Mr. Derek badged out at 8 this morning," she said. "He has not come back." That was all it took. My body went completely still. Not shaking, not cold, just still. Like every system inside me shut down at once to make room for what it had apparently known for months. I walked back to the car, set the chili on the passenger seat, sat there staring at that blue container
while the parking garage clock moved forward 9 full minutes. I have not made turkey chili since.
Then I drove home, used my key, and they were there, in my kitchen, both of them. Like it was a completely normal Saturday afternoon and I was the one who had walked into the wrong house. She was wearing my robe, the gray one from the back of the bathroom door, holding my coffee mug, the white one with the chipped handle I had owned for 6 years. Derek looked like somebody had unplugged him. She looked fine, more than fine. She squared her shoulders and said, "I think you know what this is." My hands went cold. I looked at her. I looked at Derek staring at the floor. Then she smiled. Small, mean, certain. You lost. The refrigerator hummed. The dryer buzzed somewhere down the hall. And I remember realizing I was calmer than both of them. I set my keys on the counter.
Looked at her, looked at him, and said, "Ad, you can have him."
Then I turned around, got in my car, and drove straight to a lawyer's office in Turtle Creek. Derek called 11 times that afternoon. I let it ring 11 times. On the 12th call, I answered.
Tasha, please, just come home.
I am at a lawyer's office.
Don't do that. Not yet. Just let me explain.
She was wearing my clothes, Derek. How long?
A few months. Try again.
Since January.
8 months. 8 months of work dinners.
8 months of gym Sundays. 8 months of me making dinner and asking if he wanted cornbread with the chili while he was building another life, one lie at a time. He kept talking.
I didn't mean for it to happen. I was gonna end it. I still love you.
And I said, well, no. You love being wanted. That is different.
That made him angry, not ashamed.
Angry.
You are acting like this was all me.
I pulled the phone away from my ear and looked at it. Because sometimes a person says,
Walk away completely, Turk. That, I said, is going to make
the paperwork very easy. And I hung up. What neither of them knew was that I had already spoken to a lawyer 3 weeks before that Saturday. Not because I was certain.
Because I am the kind of person who prepares for the thing she is praying is not true.
The papers were filed Monday morning, quietly, cleanly, the way I handle everything that matters. The divorce was final in February. I kept the condo, I kept Scout. Derek kept the car payment and the credit card debt from a life I had never been invited into. He also lost that job, not because of me, because office affairs are considerably less exciting when everyone at work knows exactly what kind of man you are. I got a new couch.
Repainted the living room the deep color Derek always said was too dark. It is not too dark.
It looks incredible. Now I sit in that room every evening with Scout at my feet
and I feel the good kind of quiet, the kind you choose for yourself. 6 months after the divorce, my phone rang from a number I did not recognize.
I almost ignored it. Then I answered. All I heard at first was crying, not quiet crying.
The kind that sounds like it started in the chest and broke loose too fast. Then why? Tasha? It was Megan. She told me Derek had been cheating on her with 3 other women the entire time they were together. 3. She kept saying, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
I sat at my kitchen table with reheated coffee and looked out at the living room, the one painted the color it was always supposed to be,
and thought, there it is. The lesson nobody can hand you. The one you insist on learning yourself.
She asked very quietly, what do I do? I let the silence sit for a second.
Then I gave her my lawyer's number. She is good.
Tell her Tasha sent you, and I hung up. Here is what I know now.
Some women think leaving means losing. It does not. Leaving is sometimes the first honest thing that has happened in the whole house. The hardest part was never the robe, never the 2 words she said. It was the months before, when my body already knew, and I kept choosing the version of the story that let me sleep. If this story felt like something you already know, but send it to the woman in your life who needs to hear it right now. Not tomorrow, right now. She already knows something is wrong. She just needs someone to tell her she is not imagining it. Send this to her. She needs it more than you know.